maybe you're aware that in the annual report that we pushed out to the congregation, Cynthia Saunders, our ministry support lead, had a graph put together all vectors of giving from the congregation. It doesn't include things like vendors, space rentals, and cell tower rentals and things like that, but giving from our members. And in the calendar year 2020, Word of Life had the largest amount of giving it's ever had in the history that she had access to, which goes back, 15 plus years. Pretty phenomenal, and something to celebrate at a time when we would typically anticipate there's not enough money to go around. The world is moving towards a recession, and this global pandemic is a real thing, and it's taken a hit. But right before we went into the global pandemic, we were launching our Living Our Legacy Capital campaign, and I received this email on January 11th from a couple in the congregation who will remain nameless, but they gave me permission to share it because I found this a powerful statement. Imagine if a couple like this had looked at the opportunity to be generous in 2020 from a posture of fear and trepidation. Instead, they took a leap of faith, and this was the result. PN, my spouse and I want to thank you for your challenge last year to step up as leaders in financial support for the Living Our Legacy campaign. At first, it seemed quite daunting. For most of our married life, we had committed to giving 10%, but you were asking for an amount that we never imagined ourselves as being able to give. Just so you know, I asked this couple to consider making a $100,000 gift, and they came back and said yes. As it turned out, this was a faith venture that freed us up to give away a whole lot more, as we also increased our support for other organizations that greatly needed help. We chose to use primarily qualified charitable distributions from our IRAs because it meant all the money went directly to support people and ministries in need rather than diverting part to pay income taxes on withdrawals. We realized that not everyone has that option, but the irony is that the IRAs continued to grow faster than the donations we were making, even though we made additional gifts almost to the last day of December. It truly felt a little like what the disciples must have experienced when distributing the loaves and fish to the crowd. It also reminded us of Dave Ramsey's favorite saying, "Live like no one else, so you can live and give like no one else." We never imagined we could give away that much. We can't claim credit for the way the funds increased, but we will try to continue sharing substantially above our old levels of giving. Thanks for helping us take that lead. And thanks you too for for this faithful witness and for out of the blue sharing this. This makes me choked up because the pandemic could have hit, and friends, this couple could have panicked and said, we're going to pull back. They didn't do that. They have they have just as much to give, if not more, at the end of 2020. How phenomenal is that? So I'm grateful for witnesses like this. I realize this doesn't represent the situation we all find ourselves in. However, I've never heard anybody compelled to be generous who ever felt bad about the act after it happened. And I just want you to think about that for a second. Anyway, I spent today I'm 45, it's February 10th, 2021, and I spent the day writing just shy of 300 thank yous to all of the regular givers at Lord of Life who were the rock steady foundation of our congregational support, allowing us to function and continue to grow and thrive in even such a difficult time. And so I just want you to hear a story of gratitude, a story of generosity, and hear me say to all of you, thank you for your incredible generosity. It matters, and you're making a difference in the mission of Jesus Christ on planet Earth through what you're doing, even through your financial gifts. Those things matter. So thank you for those things. I appreciate you. God loves you, and I do too. Peace.